"What do you think?" Sheng Shaoyou asked, a sneer curling at the corner of his lips. Not that forgiveness was even on the table. The fact that he hadn't killed him immediately, it should have made this little beast laugh. If there were Oscars for deceit, Hua Yong would have walked away with the golden statue. If the man before him wasn't his extremely precious Hua Yong, Sheng Shaoyou wouldn't have hesitated for a second. He would have strangled him with his own hands. Sheng Shaoyou shook off the hand gripping his arm, leaning back against the wall. His voice was cold, almost cutting through the air. "Get out of here. Stay away from me." His back, pressed against the wall, felt sticky. He touched it briefly and realized blood had rubbed off onto him from the bookcase. The evidence of the struggle was undeniable. If only he had known that this seemingly delicate omega hiding behind soft eyes was actually a tough alpha, he wouldn't have been caught off guard. He wouldn't have taken that blow. This was the irony that twisted his gut. An arrogant, domineering, lying little bastard. He had wanted nothing more than to let the bookcase collapse and crush him. Let nature decide. Let a few 100 kilograms settle the score. And yet, when he thought of Hua Yong's strength, how he had nailed the suffocating cabinet to the wall with just one hand, Sheng Shaoyou's lips twitched. He still protects him. Damn it. This little bastard obsessed with acting and lying, yet still capable of such care. And who could have imagined that the delicate Bai Lan, who seemed to breathe wind and drink dew by the pillow, could actually be a predator in disguise? A queen, a force to be reckoned with. "Mr. Sheng." Hua Yong leaned closer, his voice as soft and cold as ice, a whisper in the tense silence. "It's so cold." Sheng Shaoyou's patience frayed, his words sharp as a knife. "Get away from me. You and I are not in a relationship where we can keep each other warm. If you keep being so clingy, I'll kill you." The words were harsh, ruthless. Hua Yong said nothing after that. The air grew thick with tension. The scent of flowers, subtle, sweet, seemed almost unnatural in the enclosed space. Silence stretched. Sheng Shaoyou pulled out his phone. The dim light of the screen barely illuminated the small room. And then he noticed it. The blood, sticky red blood flowing down Hua Yong's shoulders, staining his fair cheeks. A pale, fragile ghost, yet undeniably beautiful. Hua Yong leaned against the wall, dejected, pale as porcelain. His eyes, though bright, seemed distant, his gaze slightly unfocused. Sheng Shaoyou's heart skipped a beat. The sight of him like this, it was unbearable. He turned on the flashlight, bright and cutting through the darkness like a sharp sword. The triangular space was now fully lit. Hua Yong pursed his lips, his face covered in cold sweat, resembling a faded, fragile flower. Then Sheng Shaoyou noticed something alarming. The stickiness on his back wasn't just from the bookcase, it was from Hua Yong. Turning his head, he saw the wall behind him spattered with blood. This wasn't just a wound. This was life-threatening. And yet, just moments ago, Hua Yong had been as cold as ice against his skin. Sheng Shaoyou felt an odd softness in his chest. "Come here." His voice softened, just a hint, betraying his concern. Hua Yong hesitated, then tried to move closer, but failed. He bit his lip, a bitter smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. "Forget it, I can't move." The weak, limp posture, every movement he made seemed to strain him. Yet he smiled. Sheng Shaoyou's chest tightened. He approached, gritting his teeth. "Don't get me wrong. I just don't want to be in the same space with the dead." He wrapped an arm around Hua Yong's shoulders, firm, almost harsh. "It's bad enough to be deceived." Hua Yong didn't speak, simply crossed his arms over his knees and buried his face between them. His small, cold body pressed against Sheng Shaoyou's warmth. The alpha's body was like a furnace, restoring his temperature, stabilizing his heartbeat. Sheng Shaoyou's hand moved, rough and protective, covering Hua Yong's cold fingers. Hua Yong shivered, then lifted his face slightly. His voice was barely above a whisper. "It started." Sheng Shaoyou's brow furrowed. "What started?" A sudden click outside cut through the tense atmosphere, followed by the faint hum of machinery. How did you know it was time? Sheng Shaoyou asked, astonished. There are footsteps, Hua Yong whispered, leaning against Sheng Shaoyou's chest. His voice was weak but precise. Many people. They must be the rescue team. They've been here for 40 minutes, surveying. Now they're ready to start construction and excavation. Sheng Shaoyou was stunned. The motor of the excavator hadn't even started yet, but Hua Yong had known just from footsteps. What kind of hearing ability was this? What kind of creature? Theoretically, the higher the ABO differentiation level, the stronger the body and mind. High-level alphas were not only physically superior but intellectually sharper. Sheng Shaoyou had never encountered many alphas of his level, let alone higher. And yet Hua Yong, thin, fragile-looking Hua Yong, emitted a pheromone strength far beyond his expectations. Sheng Shaoyou's mind raced. He couldn't reconcile the delicate omega in front of him with the commanding pheromone presence, the strength, the instincts. Hua Yong usually smelled gentler, distinctly omega. And yet, now, the aroma was reminiscent of someone else entirely, a commanding scent akin to that little emperor controlled by X and P country. Sheng Shaoyou's mind twisted with confusion. He strained to recall where he had smelled that particular aroma before. Somewhere familiar, yet elusive. His memory teased him, but the answer remained just out of reach. He looked down at Hua Yong, still leaning against him. His breath was shallow, uneven, but steadying. Sheng Shaoyou's heart softened further, despite the danger, despite the chaos surrounding them. You're stubborn, you know that? He muttered, almost to himself, yet loud enough for Hua Yong to hear. A faint smile ghosted across Hua Yong's lips. Fragile yet defiant, Sheng Shaoyou's hand tightened around him. You're not moving anywhere. Not like this. Not alone. Not ever. The room fell silent again. Only the faint scent of flowers lingered, mixed with the metallic tang of blood. The dim light from the phone flickered across their faces, highlighting every detail. The exhaustion, the determination, the unspoken bond between them. The sound of machinery grew louder, the distant rumble turning into a steady mechanical hum. Hua Yong shivered but did not resist. Sheng Shaoyou adjusted his hold, ensuring Hua Yong's body was fully supported, feeling the warmth of life, fragile yet resilient. It's okay, Sheng Shaoyou whispered. I've got you. Just hold on a little longer, Sheng Shaoyou murmured. I won't let anything happen to you. Hua Yong nodded weakly, leaning further into Sheng Shaoyou's chest. Every breath he took was shallow, each one more fragile than the last. Yet even in this state, his mind was sharp, his awareness heightened. The first jackhammered vibration shook the walls slightly, dust falling from above. Sheng Shaoyou's grip tightened instinctively. Hua Yong's hand brushed his, weak but seeking connection, a silent reassurance in the chaos. Stay with me, Sheng Shaoyou whispered. Whatever happens, stay with me. Hua Yong's lips parted slightly, just enough for a faint, tired smile. I will, he whispered. The rumble grew louder. Time pressed in. But Sheng Shaoyou was resolute. They would survive this together. And in that moment, amidst blood, danger, and uncertainty, the bond between them was undeniable. Harsh, fragile, fierce, yet unbreakable.